is located within Treaty 8 territory. Treaty 8 territory also encompasses the traditional homelands of Salt River First Nation, the Nisqually Nation, and the Indigenous Métis peoples of Fort Smith. These nations have maintained stewardship of the sacred lands and throughout the generations. We honor your knowledge, teachings, traditions, and the land. We are mindful that colonization has not been kind, and we respectfully recognize our generational histories and commit to strive for unity in the spirit of truth and reconciliation. If I can have someone adopt the agenda.
I'll move the agenda be adopted as presented.
Second. Councilor Kershaw. Sorry. All in favor? I just wanna, is that Councilor Crevette, is the MC?
It is.
Okay, alright.
He's in favor.
Okay.
So I'll put my hand up.
For him? Okay, thank you. We don't have any delegations today. Moving on to the approval of minutes of our meeting on January 13th. Someone can move that. Councilor Cox?
I'll move that the minutes of the regular meeting of January 13th, 2026 be adopted as presented.
Perfect. Second by Councilor Secchi. All in favor? Perfect. Any business arising from those minutes? Okay, seeing none. There's no declaration of financial interest. So we'll go on to administration. In your package, we have the director's reports for the Mary Kay Library. It's just for information, but did you want the director to speak to any of the highlights? Let's go.
The director would like to speak to her report or the Mary Kay Library report, please.
Sure. I can cover a little bit of both. In relation to the monthly report for December was very busy for community services. We started off the month with some successful Moonlight Madness. We had 18 businesses participate, which was awesome to see. We had Santa Storytime in the library that was successful. Santa and elves came to the daycare for a visit, which we were very appreciative of. Christmas Classic was successful. We had 8 teams and 88 players. And then we kind of wrapped everything up with a holiday lights display, so I want to congratulate the 3 winners. New Year's Eve was really successful. We had a wonderful family-friendly party at Rec that was really well attended. And then we wrapped up the evening with fireworks. Big thanks to Boom Squad and Municipal Services, as well as North End 60, for working with us for that to make that successful. And yes, in your packages, you do see the annual report for the Mary Kayser Library. Just a really high-level overview. 50% of Fort Smith's population are membership hold library cards to our library, which is really awesome. We had 185 new library cards issued this year, which is the most we've had in 5 years. So we'd like to see those trends move up. Successful programs that we've been running are Cooks and Books, really well loved in the community. We've done a new teen and kids book club that's been really successful. And fun fact, we have over 16,000 items in circulation at our library. And in terms of general library timelines, we hold a newer collection as well, which is something to be quite proud of. And finally, if you haven't checked it out yet in the library, a highlight of our year was getting a very beautiful mural done in the library. So thank you to Melanie Jewell for that. That's what I have.
Thank you. Is there any questions on the director's report?
I do have a question about one of the briefing notes, or will we cover that later? The one in the pool.
Oh, we can move on that next. Just on the report now. Okay, so see no on the report. Thank you. Job well done. Thanks to your team. Really good. So the next on the agenda is the briefing note for the annual maintenance closure of the William Schaefer Memorial Pool. It's in our package. I don't know, SAO, if you want to speak to it, or director?
I'll ask the director to speak to the briefing note.
For sure. So yes, in front of you is the briefing note for the annual closure to initiate a pool closure for our annual maintenance starting February 3rd for an estimated 6 weeks. This allows us to complete our annual maintenance that needs to be done, as well as some other features that need some attention right now to ensure that our pool can be up and running successfully for the spring and summer season. This will be, so everything in the pool will be closed during the time. So we're gonna work, hot tub will be closed as well. Steam room, sauna still closed, and then as well as the main pool, of course. Recreation programming will continue, and we are hoping to have some extra programming for adults and youth out of our facility in place of pool to ensure we still give some community members some options for things to do.
Thank you. Questions? Councilor Kershaw?
Yeah, just about the 6 weeks. Is this a more intensive shutdown than normal, or is this pretty well what it takes every year? I don't remember 6 weeks in previous years, and I know the pool was shut down for a long time due to our air handling system brownouts and whatever. So just, is that a normal length of time? And it seems long to me.
Thank you. Director?
Yeah, so on average, annual shutdowns for recreation facilities and aquatic facilities can go anywhere, in my experience, from 4 to 8 weeks. I know that right now we have some matters in the pool that we do want to get on top of immediately, and that is kind of the point that will dictate the length of the closure. So we gave ourselves a 6-week cushion to be the safest to operate in that window.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? Councilor Heaton?
Thank you. Are we going to be offering any type of I don't want to say refund, but anything to just show appreciation for community members who have paid the monthly fees or the yearly fees? Because even if it's not the full 6 weeks, that's considerable amount of time that you're not using that facility.
Yes, so for community members, we will be offering a free swim right before we close the pool to get people in there. But normally, when we create our annual fee structure, we do take into consideration an annual closure. So that is calculated in the fees. However, of course, should our closure go longer than expected, we would absolutely take that into consideration and look at options to ensure that community members are getting the maximum service out of their memberships.
Thank you. Oh, Councilor Covet?
Madam Chair. Over the years, usually the annual maintenance for the pool has taken place later in the summer. And is there a particular reason why we're putting it forward in the middle of the winter when there's, at least in the summertime, people have the alternative of going out to Pine Lake or finding some other swimming hole, whereas in the middle of winter, it's pretty hard to go swimming in any alternate location. So is there a critical item that needs to be dealt with at this particular point in time?
Thank you. Sale or Director?
Yes, so there's 2 reasons for us doing this closure during this time of year. To answer the first question, it is a trend in the north to gravitate towards having annual closures in the winter months. So both, yes, we are initiating it to happen this time of year, so it sets us up for an annual closure to be approximately January in the coming future. That way, during kind of our coldest weeks, that's when we see the most issues with our air handling unit, and overall, it just kind of makes more sense from an operational standpoint to actually have our shutdown during our coldest months. like I said, we do have to get creative with our programming to ensure we're still offering community members sufficient activities inside. But it is common amongst other northern communities to do their annual shutdown in the peak of winter. So we're doing it this time of year to set us up for that. And then secondary, we do have one of the pumps in the pool right now needs some attention. So we need to install some sealing on it. So that's kind of, we wanted that done sooner rather than later. It was kind of a pressing issue. So we took both those things into consideration as to why we're doing it now.
Thank you. Any other questions on the briefing note? Yeah, Councillor
Just like to
Cappy?
make a comment that as my second term on council, it seems quite obvious to me that the annual shutdown always has been in February. We did have closure in summertime, but that was for reasons beyond our control. So I think we're on track in terms of what time it should be at.
Thank you.
And generally the shutdown is scheduled for 6 weeks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments on the briefing note? Okay. Moving on then to Municipal Services Director's Report. We have it in our package. Did you want to hit the highlights on it, SEO?
I will try and answer any questions that you might have.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the director is ill tonight and is unable to be here, but if you have any questions regarding any of the items in the report, I can do my best to answer them for you, or at least take them as noticed then and bring responses back to you. Yeah, the report is there for your consideration.
Awesome. All right. Any questions here?
Yeah, and if you can't answer them, that's fine, just give me an email back. But I noticed the automated truck is coming in at 416 and change of 417. I know we budgeted, I thought, $1 million under the capital plan. This amount then does not include the replacement bins that are going to be provided for every resident? Like, we still have to buy those, I guess is what I'm asking.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And I'm just gonna throw out a suggestion. I still think this would be a wonderful opportunity to include decals or stickers to brand the town in some way, shape, or form if everyone's getting a new thing to put on the curb. And the other point was in there that he's recommending, or the department's recommending, going to a 1 day per week collection. But it doesn't specify the whole town in 1 day, or whether that would be split and do half the town in 1 day and half the town in another day. Would you happen to know that, or is that a question you can pass on?
That's something that we'll have to consider later on, because that would be a change in service, a level of service. But I think all along the intention was that if we went to a single operator and the special bins, that at some point the collection would be residential would be 1 day a week. Now there's still some question regarding the large commercial bins, and my understanding is that the current bins that we have, this piece of equipment will not pick up those bins. So we're looking at larger commercial bins that the single operator side loading can still handle. But those will be looked at after the residential bins are all in place, and we see how the truck is working and that type of thing.
Is it still on garbage?
It's still the same question.
Sure, okay.
I think you missed what I was asking. I understand that, the idea is to go to 1 day a week, but I wanted to know if the whole town would be serviced on the same day, or would the town be split into 2 days still, so the truck would still be out on the road 2 days a week, but do half the town 1 day, half the town the other day, and it's still, you're only getting service 1 day a week. That was the question I was trying to ask.
We would have to see how quickly we can do the entire town. From the information on the truck itself, we should be able to do the entire town in 1 day. But if we run into problems with placement of bins or that type of thing, then we may have to split the town, or we may one day and the commercial bins on another day. But the hope is to do the entire town in one day, and then that would free up the labor and the operators to do other municipal services work.
And just with the eye to reducing overtime.
Councillor Heaton?
Thank you. This one is just a general question about sidewalk cleanup. I'm wondering if we could potentially get a breakdown of which sections in town kind of get cleaned up first, and if there's a priority for the sidewalks close to like where elders live, especially like Sunset, obviously, and around Northern Lights, just around downtown area, because most of them don't drive and it is a bit treacherous, as we all know, but it's especially difficult for them because when they do hit the ground, it's, weeks, potentially months in recovery. So if there is a map about what hits get cleaned up first, that would be nice to know.
There is no formal policy on the identification of either roads or sidewalks that are done first, but generally we try to focus on the areas that see the most traffic. And for roads, it is downtown, also with sidewalks. So we tend to start towards the middle of town and work our way out. And depending on the availability of equipment, the bobcat that we use for the sidewalks is a different piece of equipment than we use generally in other places. So it does take a little longer with that, but generally we try and start in the middle of town and work our way out from there.
Thank you.
Just
Copy that. Thank you.
on that topic, if people are seeing sidewalks that need attention, what's the best avenue? Is it just through the webpage or call in? What's the best way for people to like ask for that sidewalk to be dealt with?
Generally, they're through the website is the best way to do it. If they see a few days after a storm, or they don't see it done, and the majority of the rest of the town is done, then certainly a phone call to the office here, and we could pass the information on to Public Works.
I'd like to go back to the new garbage truck for a second. I noticed in his report that they're saying that the company that builds these pieces of equipment will have it all ready in the springtime. First come, first served basis. Has the town done anything to actually secure a piece of equipment with the down payment or anything? Or I hate to miss out on an opportunity.
There is a briefing note with a request for council to approve the purchase of the truck. Once we get that, then we can provide that to the supplier, and that would secure our place for that vehicle. The director has been in contact with the company, and they know that we are interested. They have provided us with a quote. So we brought this briefing note for the purchase of the truck now because of the timeliness required to make a spring purchase of that vehicle. So there is a briefing note and a motion to approve the purchase of the truck in this meeting.
Any other questions on the director's report for municipal services? Okay. We'll have a heavy job today after all this snow.
They're up there now.
Yeah, they're up there now.
Girls, good luck.
All right, so here you go. Who wants to read in the briefing note for the garbage truck purchasing? Councilor Duffy.
Councilor Duffy should.
Oh, it's on the next page.
It is.
Okay, I make a motion that council approve the purchase of one tandem axle waste collection truck equipped with a Libra side load collection arm and associated residential waste receptacles from Superior North America Incorporated, as quoted under quote number 202601130 total of $416,882.68.
28.
Yeah, 28, but that
What
is,
is that?
is, 416,828.
Oh, sorry.
That, and 68 cents, that's all.
Corrected.
Okay, and the seconder? Councilor Benwell?
Even here, they don't see it.
Any further discussion?
Just one
Council, Councilor Cox, do you have any?
I have a few questions. I guess some of them I emailed, SAO earlier today, but, so a couple of concerns I have. So first, one for clarification, I just noticed rereading this. So the $417,000, it says here, that's the truck and the residential bin?
No, that's an error in the motion or the briefing note. The truck is $416,000, and then the bins will be in addition to that. We want to secure the purchase of the truck before we go ahead and purchase the bins.
Okay.
But it is just for the truck.
Okay, thanks. So I guess the other question, I don't know if you can answer, do you know who owns the commercial dumpsters? Are they owned by the institutions, or are they town dumpsters?
SAO.
The majority of the large commercial dumpsters are owned by the town. There are a few that are owned by the individual business owner, and but we do empty those bins. We do charge a fee for the rental of the dumpster units, but they are owned by the town. The vast majority of them are.
I guess the concern that I have is, we're essentially rolling out a $1 million program here, in total. And this $500,000 truck won't do the existing bins. So I'm really leery. I was trying to find information on the new commercial bins that could potentially be out there, but it reads as if they're plastic, which I have a lot of concern about, just because we're in the north, and of course you try and go pick anything up and slap it down at 40 below, it's going to shatter. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that, and how, just do we drop $500,000 and realize that what we have isn't going to suit what we need, and then end up having to get another truck or a modification or a different style of bins that are going to end up costing more, or not service the way to have it done. So where was I going with this? Like, the briefing note kind of reads that, if we don't get it by the 15th, price is going to go up 3%, which I want to save every penny possible, but 3% of 416,000 is like $13,000. Without knowing more information, I think there could be potential there to end up spending a lot more than $13,000 in secondary plastic bins. That could be a problem. I'd really like if there's some way to have more information before that deadline, on the bin, and more details. Like, I just know that the rollout of this program is going to be a headache for us. Even just switching to one thing a day, which I think is completely reasonable, but it's going to cause headaches for us if people aren't going to like it. So just, yeah, I'd really like to see more information on the rollout before I'd be comfortable with this. I'm worried that we can do that or not before the 15th.
Okay, just a sec, so it's, Councilor Cruvette, and, Kaiser, and then Kershaw.
It was just an answer to his question. That's fine.
Councilor Cruvette? Then I'll come back to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I guess my concern is, I think going to this type of semi-automated system is a great idea. Not knowing the bottom line of what the bins are going. Do we even have a ballpark like we're talking 416, 417,000 for the truck. Are we talking like 100,000 for bins or 500,000 for bins? It'd be nice to have a general idea before we sort of say, yep, let's buy this truck. I'd like to know a little more about the overall cost of this proposal to hopefully automate and improve our service level to the community. So is there any ballpark estimate at this point of what the bins are going to cost?
Thank you, Councillor Kershaw. You want to answer first?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you gonna start with Councillor Cox's questions? We did look at different styles of truck. One is a front load or a front pickup truck that would handle the larger bins. We can't get one in the size that will fit into our facilities. So that was a no-go. My understanding is that a majority of those metal bins are at the end of their life anyway and are gonna have to be replaced with something. So this would be a good time to replace them. And as identified in the briefing note, there are larger volume ones than what's being proposed for residential pickup. So where you see one large metal bin now, you may see 2 or 3 smaller bins. Um, and there are requirements actually in the zoning bylaw for garbage bins and those things to be sheltered and blocked from the road anyway. So some facilities may have to, gather them in one spot to make it easier to pick up. So the existing bins are near the end of life anyway, and there are larger bins for commercial applications. To Councillor Coupret's question, the number that the director had given me when I questioned him about that was in the neighborhood of $250,000 for the bins. So we're still well under budget as far as the vehicle and the bins themselves. There will also be other considerations, but it looks like that we should be well under the budget that was approved of $1 million in last year's capital plan.
Councillor Kershaw?
Yeah, I was just gonna refer back to the briefing note, and it says that the side unit that they're proposing can handle 240-liter, 600-liter, as well as 1,100-liter bins. So I'm just wondering, again, my brain doesn't quite factor into liters, but is 1,100 liters comparable to one of those green bins, or is that half the size? Would you have any idea on that?
My brain is as old as yours, so it doesn't compute into 1,100 liters either. So I would say that it's not as big as the large metal bins that we're using now. But I would think 2 or 3 to replace the large metal bins would probably do it in most applications.
Councillor Tucker?
Actually, from my experience at the mine, a 1,200-liter bin is pretty darn close to what the green bins are.
Will you take chair for a sec?
Sure.
Thank you, Councillor Tucker.
Mayor Ferguson.
Thank you. I just wanted to comment on probably the sturdiness or the plastic that you had brought up. These are the same type of stuff that's being used in Yellowknife and in Hay River right now. Like, they are tested for northern climates. They exist here already. They're being used in other municipalities. This isn't something that we're just gonna get the cheap little bland like plastic thing. This is made for this climate. So I think you can be assured that that's not gonna be something we're gonna have to, short of someone backing over, running over, things do break, but like with the purpose and intended purpose of it, you see them all line the streets in Hay River and Yellowknife through the last few winters, and there was nothing wrong with these the pieces of rubber or plastic, whatever they're made of, right? And so, and I don't think that I don't think that we should not order. Our garbage truck right now is in constant breakdown. It's failing. We have people hanging off the back of it, tethered to it. I mean, we're lucky we even get our WSCC to allow us to do things like that, because it's an outdated way of doing things. The municipal services needs this piece of equipment so that we can modernize what we're
Modernize?
yeah, or, and, I don't think we should delay on that. And I know that the cost associated, so say we purchase the first bin, I think if the homeowner backs over and wrecks their bin, they're gonna have to come up with the replacement piece, right? Cause that shouldn't be on taxpayers to replace someone's damaged piece of property, right? And I know on a commercial level, speaking of the bins that exist right now, they are way at end of life. The lids don't close. You'll see it like every time the garbage truck comes around, the lids don't close properly, ravens are in there. You can see it on every commercial property. As soon as the truck comes around to collect garbage, it's not that they're not doing a good job, it's that the bins themselves can't seal the garbage in, creating this whole chaos of mess in our community. So we need this for us so that we can have a cleaner, more efficient way of doing business here in Portsmouth.
My only comment then would be is we need to change the motion that was put forward, because as written right now,
Mhm.
financially, it's saying both, and it's
Yeah.
not both.
So,
So we need to change the, formally change the motion.
Councillor Tucky, do you agree with to be amended to remove that and associated residential waste
Right.
receptacles from Superior North Inc.?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then Councillor Benwell, that's okay, to be amended to remove that from that?
I think you can keep it from Superior North Inc., because that's the truck, isn't it?
Yeah, from,
It's
yeah,
just the receptacles.
yeah,
But I think it,
yeah,
I think it should still include those associated things, cause there was
Yeah.
a whole list of ancillary equipment that goes with it. So just get rid of the associated, equipment or something.
yeah, correct,
But not waste receptacle.
correct. That's what it is.
Okay,
Okay, any other questions, comments,
did
or?
you second to approve that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
well, then
Councillor Benwell.
We're good.
Any other comments? Or questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Okay, passed unanimously. Okay, moving on to the second briefing note here. The briefing note on our 2026 general operating O&M budget. If I can have a mover and a seconder. Councillor Cox, moved by.
I'll move the council approve the 2026 general operating fund operations and maintenance budget of $14,402,852. Utility and operating fund operations and maintenance budget of $2,842,000, and the environmental operating fund operations and maintenance budget of $833,857.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Babe.
Thank you.
Perfect. Questions? Discussion?
One over there.
Okay, sorry, I was looking up at the screen. Councillor Cox?
I had just a comment, just very much thanks to administration for getting this through. I think it's a good compromise on building capacity and reasonable tax increases, so I'm excited for it. But I also do still look forward to part of the discussion on trying to find money for dust control, so we'll keep plugging away and trying to find a way for that at some point.
Thank you. Any other comments? Discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor? Okay, passed unanimously. Okay, so under council business, we have no new bylaw policy. So we'll just go around the room, but we'll start with Councillor Tucky.
Okay.
And we'll go from there about your round table of your groups you've been on, or groups you've been for, observed.
Well, actually, I'm not too much the same as what has happened since last time, but, it's quite pleased to see that the hockey rink was, well attended this weekend. Our town looked very busy, which is good to see because that means some money's coming in out of the town, so that's a good thing. And the weather wasn't too bad till today, so other than that, I'm not gonna complain anymore.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tucky. Councillor Fox.
Thanks. I don't have a lot to add for meetings and whatnot, but, again, big kudos to the town. Last week we had the rain event.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cold. Yeah, at lunchtime it was sick, but when I left work at 5 o'clock, every road I drove on was great. And just kudos. I've driven a few roads in the north, or north and south over Christmas and whatnot, and yeah, I'm always grateful for our roads when I get back up here. So good work.
Thank you. Councillor Coubet?
I have nothing at this time, other than to echo Councillor Cox's or commendation of the Public Works crew on their maintenance of roads.
Thank you. Councillor Benoit?
I don't have anything. I haven't attended any meetings at the museum, but I am so looking forward to this new garbage truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Councillor Keaton?
Hey, yes, so I'm still at Uncle Gabe's lunch program. We're definitely needing some new volunteers. At lunch, super easy. You just gotta come help serve them hot food, keep them alive, make sure their gear gets back on before they go back to the school. And you just gotta come take Gabe's and walk up the stairs and I'll put you to work. No muss, no fuss. Recently, the church basement, the Sisters Sutherland thrift store, we had our busiest day on Saturday where we raised over $1,000 for the church. So I'm super proud of that and the ladies that work there. This weekend, we are doing a girls' wellness sleepover with the folks from Foxy, Fabati Denisuhune, and Uncle Gabe's Friendship Center. So girls that are 11 plus. There's going to be 2 different dates. So Friday night is 11 to 14, and then on Saturday night is 15 to 18. You can get your registration forms from Uncle Gabe's Friendship Center or TDN front office. So, the people at Foxy Smash, they always put up great programming. And the theme is Sacred Circles, Understanding Ourselves, Our Bodies, and Our Relationships. So please sign up. Masicho.
Thank you. Councillor Kershaw?
Yeah, two things. I also want to say that the road clearing crew has been doing a great job. But I want to put out a call out to the garbage collection crew, because the last couple of times, one was the rainy day and my bins got done, before the 5 o'clock, and today was, you couldn't see 3 feet in front of your face at certain times. And again, they were out there doing a great job. So yes, I am looking forward to the new garbage collection system, but they have been doing a great job lately. And the other one is with my education hat. JVT Elementary School has sent out a survey to all families through their system about next year's school calendar. And the responses to date have not been overwhelming. I think we're in the high 50s as of last count. So I'm just encouraging all families out there, please respond to that survey. This is your chance to get your input on some of the questions about next year's calendar. So please do that.
Where do you find it?
Well, it should have been emailed or texted to every family that's in the system at JVT. So it's not a public thing, but every family who had a phone number or an email got an automated survey.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't been on any meetings or anything like that, other than we had the bylaw one this morning, so it was nice to see things moving forward. I have been on SDAB for or before council at least 7 or 8 years, and I know right from the beginning, waste management was one of the conversations that was part of that. So the dump truck and everything that's around that has been a conversation for many years. So it's nice to see that finally moving forward. So looking forward to seeing that happening. And then on the topic of kudos, just wanted to I spent a little bit of time in the library and just kind of seeing all of the programming that was happening there, especially like the book club for youth, and just seeing a lot of happy kids experiencing that. So just some really good things happening over there.
Awesome. Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
Okay, beat the same drum I do every time we get a chance to do this. NWTAC AGM is coming up in February. There's a resolutions call that ends at the end of the month. Dana and I will be working on one, I think, for the college that is territorial wide. But I mention it to every chance I get. If you have an to take forward the NWTAC to take to the GNWD. Fairly broad objective type things. Let me know before month end, and we'll see if we can get that wordsmith and ready. And as everybody's handing out kudos, my mom was in town over December, and we regularly use the pool with Super Nan and her great grandbabies, and so everybody's passing out accolades. All pick up the pool stuff because they did some great programming this December for my 82-year-old mother and my 5 and 2-year-old grandson. So it was a great month in the pool for us.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't have much to update since the last week, other than this weekend with the women's hockey tournament, and I participated in it. We had Simpson, Hay River, 2 Fort Smith teams, and the girls team combined from Fort Smith and Hay River, and they ended up winning second. Those little turds, were really happy for them. But we had the Zamboni went down on the very last game on the second period, and it was like, oh no, but the guys acted so quick. Like, I think everybody was there, like, snap, 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 and got that machine running and working, and the tournament could finish without any kind of hiccup. So I just, like, fast response on a Sunday afternoon. So good job, guys. That's all. So we have no new proclamations. So our date of our next meeting is on February 3rd at 7 p.m. That's our regular meeting for protective and corporate services. On February 17th at 7 p.m. is our community and municipal. We have no counselors to excuse. And it is question period. Are you here to ask us a question?
Just adjourn.
Okay. No.
I
It's
just wanted to
it's for the gallery. No, I'm just joking.
I was just gonna suggest that maybe Councillor Covet would chair the February 3rd meeting,
Oh,
seeing
sure.
as he was supposed to do tonight, but we're remoting in.
Would you do that, Councillor Covet? You want to chair the protective February 3rd meeting? It's a thumbs up, okay. And any volunteers for the February 17th meeting? Oh, Councillor Benoit, perfect. Yay. And no questions? Okay, then seeing none there, if I could have a move to adjourn. Councillor Krushek.
I move we adjourn at 7:43.
All right, seconded by
I'll second it.
Councillor Babe.
What do you wish I could say?
All in